Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This video I am posting for grade 9 students in which I would start chapter 2 polynomials. In my last videos I have completed chapter 1 number system. I would request you all please like, subscribe and share the channel and press the bell icon for upcoming videos. So let's start with chapter 2 polynomials. So for polynomials, first we would discuss about the algebraic expression. You must be knowing about algebraic expression. It is a combination of constant, integers, variables and algebraic operations. Okay, so if you have any expression in which you have variable term, constant term, coefficients that will be integers, if you have, then we can call it's an algebraic expression. As you can observe, these constant can be, the coefficient can be the rational number as well. So if it is a combination of all those things, which is integers, constant, variables, then we call it is an algebraic expression. Next, I would discuss about polynomials. Polynomials are the special type of algebraic expressions. Here we will discuss polynomial in one variable. So in mathematics, a polynomial is an expression consisting of variables, coefficients, constants, involve only the operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and non-negative integers exponent of variables. Non-negative integer exponent of variable means the exponent of the variable should be a whole number. It should not be a rational number. So this is called a polynomial in one variable. You can understand in such a way, polynomial have only whole numbers as the exponent of the variable. Suppose if you are writing any expression x to the power 1 by 2 plus 7, then it would not be a polynomial because here the exponent of x is coming rational number. So it should be a whole number, then only we call it a polynomial in one variable. One variable meaning here, we only use here one variable x or y or z. Like in this expression you can have x and y also, but here in polynomial in one variable only we discuss for one variable. Out of them only one variable we take. So let's take some examples for polynomial in one variable. You can observe here, this is x square plus 2x. So this is a variable. Now we define here terms. So if the variable part is separated by any operation, then separately they are called the terms of the polynomial. So here what we can observe, x square and 2x are the terms for this polynomial. And if we ask about we have been asked about the coefficient, then coefficient of x square will be the multiple of x square and coefficient of x will be multiple of x. So let's take the coefficient of x square is here 1. Multiple of x square is 1 here, right? So what we can say, coefficient of x square is 1. Coefficient of x, this is x here, coefficient of x is 2 here. So what we can say here, coefficient of x is 2. So variable terms we can find and variable term coefficient also we can find with the help of given expression in one variable or given polynomial in one variable. Let's take one more example here. So here it's a polynomial. We can check how many terms are there. There are 4 terms which are separated by plus and minus sign. So this is first, second, third and fourth term. So how many terms are there? 4 term, that will be said as x cube, 4x square, 7x and minus 2. If we talk about coefficient, so coefficient of x cube is minus 1. Coefficient of x cube, you can see multiple is minus 1. So coefficient of x cube is minus 1. Coefficient of x square, you can observe here it is 4. So coefficient of x square is 4. Coefficient of x is 7 here and coefficient of this is not coefficient, this is a constant term called when the variable power or exponent is coming 0, that is called a constant term. So here constant term is -2. So in this way you can identify polynomial. One more example I am taking here. This is 3y square plus 5y plus 7. This is also a polynomial in one variable. Here variable we are taking as y. So how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3 terms are there. So if you have been asked about terms, so you will write 3y square, 5y and 7 are the 3 terms for the given polynomial. Let's discuss about its coefficient of y square is 3 here. Coefficient of y square is 3. As you can observe, multiple of y square is 3. So coefficient of y square is 3. Coefficient of y is 5 and constant term is 7. So in this way you can find out the terms in the polynomial and the coefficient of the exponent of the variable term. Now I would like to consider some more expression in front of you. Here you can observe it is x plus 1 by x, root x plus 3 and cubic root of y plus y square. So if you have been asked that are they polynomials in one variable, so what would be your answer? It should be no. Why? As polynomial we have defined the power of the exponent of the variable term should be a whole number. Here you can observe exponent of x, that is the variable here, in the second term it is -1, which is not a whole number, so it would not be a polynomial. Similarly here x to the power, how much it is there? It is 1 by 2, right? So it is again not a whole number, it's a rational number, so we say it is also not a polynomial. Y to the power here 1 by 3, it's a cubic root, we can write it in the power 1 by 3 as well. So here again it's a rational number, it's not a whole number, so it won't be a polynomial. So what we can observe in the first expression, the exponent of x is a negative term as already explained, and second term here it is in negative term. In the second expression you can observe it's a rational number. In the third expression you can observe it's a rational number. So all the three expressions are not polynomials. So in this way you can observe the given expression is polynomial in one variable or not. So from here I want to generalize the definition of polynomial. Polynomial in one variable is an algebraic expression is of the form an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x to the power n minus 2 plus and so on a1x plus a0, where a0, a1, an minus 2 till an they all are real numbers and an should not be 0. Why we are taking here an should not be 0? Since if we are defining here the degree, the next I am going to explain here about degree. So if we are defining the degree here, what does it mean? The coefficient of the highest degree term, highest exponent term should not be 0. So if I say this polynomial is of degree n, then an should not be 0. So let's define from here what is degree. Degree of the polynomial is the exponent of the highest degree term. Highest degree term in the polynomial is known its degree. It means the polynomial here, it is the highest exponent is n. The exponent of the highest degree term, it means suppose I am writing here some examples. Suppose x cube plus 2x. So highest exponent is 3, right? So what it will be the degree of this polynomial? It will be 3. So degree of the polynomial is the highest, the exponent of the highest degree term. Example you can observe, one example I have taken 2x plus 3. Here you can observe x to the power 1, highest degree term is 1, so what would be the degree of this polynomial? It is 1. Similar way, another polynomial I have taken here, it's a polynomial of degree. How much? You can observe the highest exponent is 2. So what is the degree for this? Degree is 2. So in this way you can find the degree of the polynomial and you can memorize the general definition of a polynomial in one variable. So let's segregate some kind of polynomials. First in the category I would explain you here about constant polynomial. A polynomial of degree 0. If the polynomial does not have any degree, then it is called as constant does not have the degree, it means the degree is 0. The x to the power exponent is 0, then it is called a constant polynomial. Example, here I have taken px equal to 5. So what you can write, 5 into x to the power 0, right? So it will be a zero degree polynomial. But you remember, if px is coming 0, since 0 is also a constant, but px equal to 0 is known as zero polynomial. This category you have to separate from it. So px equal to 0 is called a zero polynomial, which degree we cannot define. Okay, so only apart from 0, any constant is there, then you call the degree is 0. Otherwise, if px is coming 0, then it is called a polynomial, and the degree of zero polynomial is not defined. In this category, the next, it is linear polynomial. So a polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. General form you can take, this will be ax plus b, where a should not be 0, because x, if a will become 0, then it will remain as a constant polynomial. Next, quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial of degree 2. A polynomial is of degree 2 is called the quadratic polynomial, and the standard form for this, it is ax square plus bx plus c, where a should not be equal to 0. Cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. Standard form you can observe, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a should not be 0. So in this way you can define different type of polynomial. Now one more way I would like to explain according to term wise. So first I am discussing monomial. What is monomial? You must have done about it. So polynomial with single term is called monomial. So if you want to write a single term in a polynomial, suppose I have written this is 2x square. It's a single term in this polynomial. So it is called as a monomial. Okay. Next, binomial, it has two terms. So it should have two terms. Suppose here x plus 2 I have written. So this will be a binomial. Okay. If it has two terms, a polynomial has two terms, it is called a binomial. Similar way, if I define trinomial, it is a polynomial with the three terms, it is called trinomial. Like suppose I take example x square plus 2x plus 5, this will be a trinomial. So you can understand about the polynomials from this explanation. Let's discuss some question from your exercise 2.1. Which of the following expression are polynomials in one variable and which are not? State reason for your answer. So first part for this, 4x square minus 3x plus 7. As we know that polynomial should have the whole number in the exponent of the variable term. Here variable term is x, the exponent for it is 2, here it is 1, here it is 0. It means everywhere it is a whole number. What we can say, it is a polynomial, and we are using only one variable here, so it is a polynomial in variable 1. Next question from the same part, part 2. Next question, it's y square plus root 2. As you can observe here, y is a variable, one variable you are using, and the exponent of y is 2, which is a whole number. So what we can observe, this is also a polynomial in variable 1. Similar way, the third part, here you can observe the variable is t, but in the first term, exponent of t is 1 by 2, which is a whole, which is not a whole number, right? Which is not a whole number, it's a rational number, so it won't be a polynomial. So we'll write it is not a polynomial. Next part, y plus 2 by y. As you can observe in the second term, y power will come minus 1. Right, so exponent of y is coming a negative integer, so we can say this is not a polynomial. Next, the fifth part, you can observe here everywhere variable term exponent is whole number, 10, 3, 50, all are whole numbers, right? But variable has been used 3. So what we can say, this is a polynomial, but degree, it is a polynomial with 3 variable. Right. Next, question number 2, we have to write the coefficient. This time you have to write the coefficient of x square. So let's take 2 questions from the second part. So first part of it, you have to find x square coefficient. X square is this here. What is the multiple of it? Here It's 1. So what is the coefficient of x square? It's equal to 1. Similar way, here you can observe x square is this term. What is the coefficient of x square here? It is -1. So in this way you can observe the coefficient of x square of any term. If I ask you here what is the coefficient of x, you would answer here coefficient of x is 1. Similar way you can find coefficient of x cube in this, so that is also 1. So if I ask you here what is constant term, you will answer here it is 2, and what is the constant term in the second part, you will answer it is 2. So whatever the question is asking, we can answer in that way if you understood the concept of coefficient and constant terms. Let's check two more parts from the same question. Here also you need to find coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is a multiple of x square. So what is this? It is pi by 2. So you can observe this is pi by 2. So this is the coefficient of x square here. Next, coefficient of x square. You can observe here x square term is not there, right? So what I can write to explain you here, I am writing. Otherwise directly you can observe. We can write 0 dot x square. Right? So x square coefficient is what here? It is 0. So what we can observe? The coefficient of x square is equals to 0 in this question. So next I would discuss the question number 3. You need to find here some example of a binomial of degree 35 and a monomial of degree 100. You can see there can be several example for these two. So one of them I am taking degree 35. It means the power of variable should be 35. Like I have written here x to the power 35 plus 100 because I need to write here binomial. You can write anything. Suppose someone can write this is 2 into 2 dot x to the power 35 plus 100 as well, plus 10 as well. So whatever you can write it, this is completely your choice. So this is the one example I have taken. You can take any other example as well. For a similar way, if you want to write monomial is a polynomial with one term. So with the degree 100, so you need to take variable term. Variable exponent should be 100, so we have taken, and I've written it is 9x100. You can write any other. You can write 10x to the power 100, x to the power 100 only. So you need to write here monomial. It means only one term. One term you have to use for the polynomial. Let's discuss more question from exercise question number 4. In this question you need to find the degree. So as you know, what is degree? Degree is the exponent of the largest degree term. So here you can see these all are the polynomials already given. So we need to check here the degree. So highest exponent is 3. So what you can observe for first part, that degree is equal to 3. Similar way, in the second part, you can see highest exponent is 2 for the variable y. So degree is 2 here. Next, part 3, highest degree term. It is t to the power 1. So degree for part 3 is 1. Here, this is a constant polynomial. You must be knowing about constant polynomial. The degree is 0. If you are not able to understand in this way, you can write 3 as 3 x to the power 0. Exponent rule already we discussed in chapter 1. So it is having the degree 0 as it is a constant polynomial. So in this way you can solve question 4. Next I would discuss question number 5, where you have to classify the polynomials as linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. Alright, so let's check for the first part. Here you can see the highest degree term is 2. So what we can say? This polynomial is of quadratic polynomial as degree is 2. If degree is 2, we will call it quadratic polynomial. Part 2, you can observe here it is degree is 3. So it is called as cubic polynomial. This one, it's very simple to understand if you understood about the definition of linear, quadratic and cubic polynomial. Here degree is 2. So it's a quadratic polynomial. Next you can see here degree is 1. Right? So degree is 1. It is called linear polynomial. Okay, the fifth part you can observe again degree is 1, so it is also a linear polynomial. Okay, because degree is 1. In this case it's a variable r here and degree is 2 here, so it will be a quadratic polynomial because degree is 2. Similar way, so next part, this is the last part in this question. So if you check in this, here the degree of the largest term is 3, so it is a cubic polynomial. So in this way you can do the exercise 2.1, and with the help of this you maybe understand about the polynomial and the you can segregate them as linear, quadratic, cubic polynomial, monomial, binomial, trinomial in this way. I hope you are understanding and you are liking my videos. Please like, subscribe and share, and press the bell icon for the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching.